And we are back with Shovel Knight with John, James, and Kevin.
Yep.
And what happened there is you can go on. There's basically mini encounters that can happen. There's not much that happens for some of them, but then there's some that happens with more. So it's basically just a little bit of extra content, so you can go in and get a little bit of extra money most of the time. Test your skills, basically find out all the extra stuff that you've learned since that time you first came through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of the time they're honestly pretty short. I don't think this one's too much longer.
Yeah, I
Like
assumed that encounters wouldn't take up too much time.
No, most of the time the encounters are mini bosses. Honestly, there we go. Well, not necessary. I didn't exactly want to jump down there and then fall into a pit. So
Yeah.
yeah, most of the time they're just that short. Honestly. Yeah, you have to come back to town to grab, a couple things, and then you have to dance with the guy because he's dancing too. And he's pretty excited that you have 5 music sheets, which, to be fair, we are too, because that's 2,500 gold, so that's not too bad.
Yep.
And as you say, gold is, it's not as easy to come by.
No.
Actually, wait, no, you said gold is.
Gold is pretty easy to come by.
It doesn't amount to much late game.
Yeah, like, it's good to have early game, it's just by late game you don't need it nearly as much. Once you've taken out 5 at the Order of No Quarter, you probably don't need money anymore, really.
I think that's what happens in... I don't know if it's Fable 3 or one of the Fables, but you could get an entire safe full of gold, but you don't... It's never used for anything, because there's not much you can do with it.
I think that's Fable 3, because that's the one where you had to go and prepare for before you went into war, right?
Yeah, and you had to empty your coffers for everything.
Yeah, and the only real point of going to there was to get one weapon, I think, and that was about it. Fable 3 was pretty bad.
Yeah, I think there's a love-and-hate relationship with Fable for most people.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the first one.
I was gonna say, I did enjoy the first one. And now we're back to have his bad jokes again, so... Humorous.
Oh, man.
They went for as bad as they could.
He's inside, he can't conduct. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, they went as bad as they could.
It's pointless.
They very much did, yes.
I love bad jokes though, so it's honestly, yeah. That was the person that we saw last episode. She was the person where we did the vial minigame.
Okay.
Yeah, where we had to do the vials back.
Anything won't be. Oh my god.
No more of this.
See, I had to suffer through it because there's an achievement, so that's the other half of the reason why I did this.
Okay.
We had to hear all of his jokes?
Mm-hmm. You have to hear all of his jokes. Shovel Knight can tell a pretty bad joke, too. We'll find that out later on. I suppose I should mention, you can find those artifacts. You can find this guy selling the artifacts in each level, and they're a couple hundred gold cheaper, or you can just come back here and find them if you couldn't find them in the level. So, I mean, both ideas are pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, I suppose if it saves even a little bit of gold.
Mm-hmm. Typically, it's only about 500 gold. It really depends on which weapon it is.
What did he cook?
I want to say it was salad.
Okay.
I missed it myself.
How do you cook salad, though? I suppose you prepare it.
Depends. Is it a steak salad?
Oh yeah, maybe then.
So I was gonna say steak or chicken salad. I'd say.
I think there was an episode of Gordon Ramsay where I think their Caesar salad was literally they took a head of lettuce, oiled it up, fried it in a bit in a pan, and then squirted Caesar salad on it and served it on a plate, like the whole head of lettuce with the stem and everything.
That doesn't sound like much of a salad, but then again, I suppose that's about the same as a wedge salad.
Yeah, you're just supposed to eat it like an apple with the Caesar salad dressing
Yeah.
on it.
I mean, well, that depends. Did Gordon Ramsay say it was good, or did it have to go back to the kitchen?
Oh no, I don't even think he ate it. I think he said, "What is this?"
Oh,
I think he just kind of laughed or he was in disbelief, like, "Is this really your Caesar salad?"
well, he would never. See, I find it funny because from what I've heard, he's not nearly as much of a jerk as he's portrayed.
Oh no, he's only a jerk to the people that are really cocky about their cooking and think that they're the best.
Yeah.
I've also heard he's mainly like that. Like it's edited for the American version to make it look like he's cocky, but he's really not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, some of the people sound way too overconfident than I think anyone would if their food is that bad.
Yeah. Like, I can't remember which one it was, but there was like one where it was absolute. There should have been so many health violations. They weren't paying the employees properly, and I can't remember what it was. We saw that episode, though. I mean, I can't remember.
Yeah, his big boy does he get angry if he finds out anything is frozen though, because that's the first thing he'll usually ask: "Is this fresh or is this frozen?"
Oh yeah.
It's frozen. It's like, oh great.
I can't really blame him about that because it's like when you go to a restaurant, you want quality. You don't want.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, Gordon Ramsay, I'll give you that.
Especially like seafood places, he's like, "Is this crab fresh?" And they're like, "No, it's frozen." I'm like, "But you're based right next to the ocean, and you can't get fresh crab."
I mean,
Oh yeah.
I mean, we could, but it's not as cheap.
Yeah, that's it. The people will prepare meals ahead of time and then just freeze them and then defrost or microwave them before it happens. Or we go to places that serve mac and cheese, but it's like instant mac and cheese.
It's Kraft mac and cheese. Thanks, appreciate that.
Yeah.
So these ghost things, what's the deal with them?
They just home on you really slowly, but you can't kill them.
Harm them.
You can't. Let me rephrase it. You can't harm them in this level.
I mean, if you need some kind of holy shovel.
It'll explain itself later. I don't want to spoil it. I guess it's not too spoilery. This game doesn't really have much in that, and technically it's optional. Basically, you have to have something that lights everything up. Otherwise, I don't know. I think the game changes its rules for how it wants. Yeah, as you can see, they have a couple of sub-bosses here and there. Nothing too bad.
Yeah, it had a pretty cool design.
Yeah, that's good.
Doesn't seem too bad.
No, it's
It's
not.
a lick.
Yeah, I'd say it's a lich. Yeah, I think it was a lich. I can't remember. I think they have all the enemy names at the end. I guess we'll find out.
It seemed kind of lich-like, like at least in a fantasy sense.
Yeah. I would definitely agree that it looked that way.
I have to go back and play Oblivion again, because the liches in that were an absolute nightmare, because they would scale with you.
I thought most things in Oblivion scaled with you.
Yeah, that was that's what actually made the combat challenging, because as opposed to Skyrim, where it seemed like some enemies scaled, some didn't, and some areas still had just... Because you'd be the ultra-powerful whatever, Megalord of whatever, just running around and killing bandits in one hit of your sword, whereas in Oblivion, you'd just be killing goblins that increase in level, so it's always a challenging fight to try and kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that got me with Skyrim was Alduin was level locked. He was always level 20.
Oh.
So
Really?
if you were like level 40 when you went to fight Alduin, it was just the easiest fight ever because he was still level 20. And at this point, you've got like everything's Daedric, everything is mega enchanted, stuff like that.
That's just
And even
silly.
then, his fight just, it felt like any other dragon fight. In fact, there's legendary dragons are more of a challenge to fight than Alduin was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's because legendary dragons are level skilled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like even then, there was nothing that really spiced it up. You basically shout 3 times to clear skies, and then you pull them on the ground with a dragon, whatever shout, dragon rend, and then you just fight them like any other dragon. There wasn't. I mean, I know that's kind of asking a lot for Elder Scrolls to have a good final boss, but it felt kind of anticlimactic.
Couldn't you super break the game of Elder Scrolls 3's with the Elder Scrolls 3 with the final boss? Like you could
Yes.
make it crash if you were too strong.
Oh, that I don't know. I know that in Elder Scrolls 3, you can beat the game in 8 minutes by. There's a complex thing that you need to do. I don't think you necessarily have to glitch into anything. I think you literally you exploit some kind of a potion so you can basically fly to where you need to go, and then you do something to kill the final boss. You can complete it in 8 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say, isn't there a potion of like random teleportation or something? If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, it's like potion of Icarian flight or something. It makes you fly.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I mean, yeah, I guess if you know what you're
pretty
doing.
cool.
Yeah. I still haven't beaten any of the Elder Scrolls games except for Skyrim. Probably should get to that one point.
Yeah, they're actually I've never beaten Morrowind. I've barely touched the story because I've been off doing like guild quests for different people. Because just those alone are entertaining, and I think most of the time is walking to my destination as opposed to fast traveling like crazy like I did in Skyrim. And it's actually what I'm doing in my current remaster playthrough on Skyrim. I haven't used fast travel ever, like at all, except for I think a boat to get around, because it was on the complete other side of the map. I used a boat I think once or twice, and I fast traveled twice because I got to an area and forgot to save and didn't feel like spending another 10 minutes to walk back.
Okay, and that's what I was going to ask. By fast travel, did you mean like the wagons, or did you mean map travel? So.
Yeah, I only map traveled twice to get back to where I
Okay.
was before because I forgot to save, and then I'm not even trying to use carriages that much, and the game feels so much bigger. It feels so much better when you're not walking around, just fast traveling everywhere. I'm walking around appreciating the sights and the events and everything.
Oh yeah.
Like it feels a lot bigger than just 7 or 8 cities and some quests, and that's it. I'm not teleporting to every location. The area feels so much bigger, I guess.
I might have to do that eventually because I don't know. As I said, I've only played Skyrim to completion once, and mainly only the main quest. And I was like, okay, I bought the DLC, but whatever, don't have to play.
Yeah, the DLC was fun, and I did a character. I roleplayed as a Dunmer refugee, so I was in.
Oh,
I started in Solstheim, but the problem with Solstheim is you have to be level 30 minimum to do a lot of the stuff there, and I was a freshie with level 1, so I basically cheesed all the fights and everything to advance my story there.
by the
So I
way,
wanted to wait till I was sufficient enough so I could leave.
what's going on here? I really got this puzzle wrong for a couple minutes. I forgot that I could move the skull over here, so I was trying to get the frog on there so I could move down here. So yeah, that's why it's half an hour, or not half an hour, 30 seconds of that.
Okay.
But no, I haven't played Skyrim since, and I was gonna say, I think the main reason for that is there was a series called Skyrim for Pimps, and like you pretty much saw everything you needed. By the way, I would not recommend anybody that's here watching that unless you're old enough. That's not what I'd call a bad series, but it's definitely for more mature people, and it's not something I've been watching. It's not something I've been watching as of late. Because yeah, basically they pull out every trope in the book, how the character sleeps around as well as the character has same-sex attraction for that series. So
Yeah.
as I said, not exactly an awful series, but
Yeah.
Beforehand, I didn't roleplay that much until I think I started using the mods, and I was like, you know what, it would be entertaining to actually have a role in an RPG as opposed to just running around killing everything with a sword.
yeah. I suppose it mattered which game I was in, how much I roleplayed, I guess. I haven't really done that in ages. I guess I more roleplayed on forums and such.
Yeah, I think once in Lord of the Rings Online, which I don't see much roleplay, but I just jokingly roleplayed that I was a wood elf from Elder Scrolls in Tolkien's world, and that was entertaining for like 3 minutes.
Right.
Uh,
I was gonna say, man, you might piss off a lot of people with that.
Yeah, most of the people I think on it don't care much, unless maybe they do. I don't know. I think I'd be more interested in the lore on the Elder Scrolls Online as opposed to Lord of the Rings, just because there's so much
stuff.
So much, yeah.
What annoys me about role players, and it's like I say this not to be mean, it's like I get obviously they want to role play, but it's like when there's a party chat and you're doing it in all chat, it's like can you not please?
Yeah, I wish there was a separate chat because other people were talking about different things and
right.
other ones were playing.
I get it; it's a role playing server, but at the same time, it's like you just have a team chat right there. Unless you're going out with a group of like 20 people role playing, then it's not really needed.
Yeah, keep it in a party chat.
Yeah. It's like I don't mean to be rude with that, but at the same time, it's just it feels like something that'd be common sense,
Yeah.
But no, as you can tell, this is the typical undead level. They cover a couple of pretty decent things with it though. It's not exactly too terribly bland. Like the background is nice, but obviously there's a lot of skeletons and such.
Yeah.
And man,
I know Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I can't make that jump, but go ahead.
I like when I get role players in Overwatch.
People role play in Overwatch?
People role play in Overwatch.
Oh, man.
There's these two characters, Ana and Fariha Amari. Ana Amari she's the meta healer that everybody always picks right now. And she's also known as the world's best assassin. And her daughter, Fariha Amari, is a DPS character. So I just remember one time I was playing Farah, and somebody else was playing Ana, and they spent the entire time role-playing it.
Huh.
Which
that'd be interesting.
Was half awkward, half awesome, because I had the most powerful healer in the game, healing only me, providing me with damage boosts and everything.
That would be amusing.
It was broken.
So if people roleplay, then my idea of a chase tracer could totally work then. That's not bad.
You ever seen you saw the people that managed to, it took like a minute, but you could
What the heck?
basically suck
Yeah, another sub-boss.
Confined space.
Yeah, I was going to say, you just fell through a floor.
You had to find the invisible hole.
Okay.
That's how it's one of those. On the bright side, it's obvious enough since there's money. So, since there's money, you're typically going to go in because there's money.
Yeah. But, John, what were you mentioning, by the way?
Did they ever patch, if you had a team of all Annas, you could constantly and consistently sleep dart people to the point where the game would think that they're idle because they're not
No,
moving.
you could still do that, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Man, if you do
I've
that,
done that.
I was gonna say, if you're doing that, you really hate someone.
No, it's just hilarious.
Alright, that's good.
Because her sleep dart will put someone down for like 3 seconds, and if you get 5 people to do it consistently at the right times, the game will see that they haven't moved for a minute and then kick them.
I think it puts them down for 5 seconds.
But either way, it's long enough where it's like, Blizzard, I mean, come on. At least, I get the point of it, but go ahead. Sorry.
She's overpowered is
Okay.
part of her issue right now. And there's not enough variety in the healer class really to make it so you could say, well, this other character does the same things in a different way that may be more valuable at this point. It's just that she is the best healer objectively by numbers.
That's fair.
She does a good amount of damage and heals a good amount and has stuns.
This is one of the knights that's getting DLC, by the way.
Oh yeah, Specter Knight.
Mm-hmm. So that should be very
I
nice.
may or may not have gone out and bought this game.
Oh, how are you liking it so far?
I haven't actually played it.
That's fair.
I
It's
plan on it,
I got you.
but I also
No,
have 500 games in my
I was
Steam
gonna say,
library.
when you got that backlog, I understand. Now that's why I'm thinking whenever I'm working on a console game that I've got in my backlog, I'm just going to record it honestly for gameplay.
Oh yeah.
'Cause I haven't done any of the Metal Gear Solid games or Devil May Cry games, so there's like a bunch of games right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I'm still on the Sniper Wolf second fight on Metal Gear Solid 1 because I played them in chronological order. So I played
3 first.
3 and then Peace Walker. I didn't play the newer ones because I didn't have them, so I moved on to Metal Gear Solid 1. I'm gonna try and work my way to 4.
That's what I was going to do as well. I've started with 3. I just haven't really. I haven't even gotten to the ladder yet, which is pretty early in the game, right?
In 3,
Yeah.
the ladder I think is midway through. If I remember
Okay.
right. You
I couldn't
can
remember.
them out.
Either way, I think I got like the first 15 minutes, and then I had to go do something, so I turned it off, and I haven't touched it since then, unfortunately.
Oh, did you finish the Virtuous mission?
I think I just landed in the forest, and that was about it. Like I had
maybe
just
started.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so the whole first 50 minutes was cutscenes then.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Ooh.
So I mean, the first hour was cutscenes. So
So you haven't
We're
had the
about to get a cutscene, aren't we?
the short cutscene. It's this happened earlier. How you were supposed to go and save Shield Knight during this sequence. Enemies are worth a lot more money, as you may have been able to tell right there. So
Holy cow!
if you can go ahead and kill enemies and catch Shield Knight, good for you, because these enemies are worth a decent amount. And there we go. Yeah, I was gonna say those skeletons. I think typically only give about 30. There, they were given 300.
He's pretty lovesick, ain't he?
That he is. He's going to the ends of the world to find his love again.
It's like Shadow of the Colossus.
Are we allowed to say that yet?
You'll have to
Say
say
what?